Sway Health.
Hey everyone, I'm John Lynn, the founder of Sway.Health. We're excited to bring you another in our series of interviews with top leaders in healthcare marketing. And our guest today is Troy Goodwin. He's account director at Health. Martina Boyce, she's managing director, client development at Goodwin. And Ava Chong, managing director of brand and strategy at Goodwin. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, excited to this discussion. Glad we were able to do this in person to talk
at Goodwin.
Yes, at Goodwin.
Man, if they could see the view. But it's awesome. I appreciate you hosting us here to talk about, the upcoming conference Health. But before we go there, Troy, why don't you kick us off? Tell us about yourself and Health.
Yeah, so I'm an account director here at Health. I work with a lot of my clients, Goodwin, for instance, on really building out campaigns, programs, ways to show up at Health to really benefit, the individual company's goals. Try to get people in front of the right people and really customize the right programs, specific to what their needs are. So I'm really just here to help. So.
Awesome. Martina, how about you tell us about yourself and Goodwin?
Sure. Martina Boyce. I'm a client development managing director here. Have been leading life sciences and healthcare practice for many years. It actually, I just had my 8th year anniversary a few days ago. And I'm excited to be working with Health this year in particular. We've been working with Health over the past several years. Goodwin, a little bit about Goodwin. We're not just a traditional law firm. We're actually in our client's business. We live our client's business. We are strategic partners. Besides being the legal advisors, we do pride ourselves to be fully immersed in the industries and the domains that we are focusing on. And we, besides our legal expertise, offer business advisory and true knowledge of the industries we cover.
I love that. It's always good when a lawyer is a partner, not just someone that you reach out to occasionally when you're in trouble. So I love that about that. Ava, how about yourself?
I am the managing director of brand and strategy here at Goodwin, celebrating 6 years as of August. And so my team and I, we look after Goodwin's brand from both visual and messaging perspectives, and also run cross-channel marketing campaigns in support of various initiatives, including promoting our thought leadership, great events like our partnership with Health, and general, our expertise that the firm supports in. So excited to be here chatting with you all.
Yeah, definitely. So Martina, talk to me. Why did Goodwin decide to partner with Health in such a big way? I mean, you've done it for a number of years. You have a large sponsorship with them. And who are you trying to connect with at the Health conference?
Well, I think it's obvious. Health is a convening space, platform that really brings together everybody in the healthcare ecosystem, the innovators, the strategics, the healthcare companies, the investors. And we work with all of these constituencies, with all of the stakeholders in the industry. So it's only natural for us to be a part of it and to be in front of this audience.
Yeah. Ava, talk to us about it from a kind of brand positioning perspective. You're in charge of Goodwin's brand and working on that. So, how does Health is that incorporated into your brand efforts?
Yeah, so Goodwin's been keyed into healthcare, and partnering with clients in the space for a number of years now. And recently, the firm has moved or positioned healthcare to be one of the 6 core industries that we focus on. Mm-hmm. So it's healthcare alongside life sciences, technology, private equity, investment funds, and real estate. And so, being a title sponsor for one of, if not the most recognizable events in the healthcare space, really provides us with an opportunity to, align ourselves with, those innovators and investors that we're looking to kind of engage and connect with and build out our client base that way.
Yeah, and we love the aspect too of how Goodwin wanted to approach, our audience and the way that they're showing up at Health in not just a traditional way. I mean, that's kind of what Health is, right? We push innovation. We like to do things different. We like to, change the way that events need to be looked at. And in the same mindset, Goodwin wanted to do the same thing. So it just was a great partnership. And as we've grown, really like working together on what's the best way for you guys to be there and show up and really position yourselves to our attendees.
Well, and I love that health is willing to be creative. A lot of conferences aren't, right? They allow you to be creative. Yeah, you love it.
And we love that kind of environment too.
Yeah.
And talk to me about what have been some of the results or the impact you've seen from sponsoring health?
We've had a lot of results. I mean, last year and a year before, we've been trying to find ways to put our Goodwin brand, Goodwin Health brand, in front of the audience by, being at everybody's necks.
Those lanyards, you can't miss them, right? So that's it. It's
They're
fantastic.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They're a conversation starter. And next you know, we're talking about, or our partners are having conversations about future deals or challenges these companies are going through. And we had water bottles one year. I think Chelsea was on the stage holding our Goodwin water bottle.
Yes, yeah, she was. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
And
it's that brand visibility piece.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And we used that brand visibility for the last several years. And then Troy and I sat down this year and I was like, we need to do more.
What
can we do? Tell me.
Yeah, no, and it was great because the conversation was us really exploring what are these opportunities that we have that could differentiate Goodwin, maybe a little bit of exclusive opportunity too, but keep that brand lift with the lanyards, but also what else, right? What else can we turn this into? And not just, I think, about the brand lift, but really creating conversation for you and your team as well with the attendees all throughout the show. So.
Yeah. And it's a huge conference, right? There's so many sponsors. And I told Troy, I was like, so, do we want to be, big flashy G here? And then there is another firm that has a big flashy, C.
Right. We were saying, do we want just this digital signage if someone else is going to do it? Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. How do you stand out from the noise is the key question at most conferences. And how can you be memorable, right? I think that's part of it, right? Talk to me more, Troy, about what are some of the unique sponsorship options that you're offering at the conference, not just what Goodwin's doing, but other organizations as well. Yeah,
well, I'll start with what Goodwin's doing. We've got the lanyards again, which we love, but this year they'll be sponsoring the Starbucks that everyone has to go by, past just to get to the show floor, get to registration. And what's great is they're getting big brand visibility, but we all know everyone wants coffee, okay? And we also know that Expo coffee sometimes isn't the best. So Starbucks is, that sponsorship's great. They'll have a location where they can speak with people as they're coming in, opportunity to, give out gift cards so people can get their coffee. So again, just another way to kind of massage, talk to our attendees and, offer them something beyond just say that brand visibility piece. But as we said with health, we're a little bit different. So there's other unique opportunities like this year, for the first time, we'll have a pickleball court on the show floor. Oh, wow. We've got our puppy park, which is always a hit. But, everything from, private luncheons where you can build out your own thought leadership panels, discussions to, big booth activations, another client's doing flu shots throughout the show. We love to work with each brand and company as what are those initiatives? What is it you're offering? And what's the messaging behind that, right? So there's always a good fit, depending on what the company does, but then there's also that opportunity to really customize things, which we did a lot with the programming that you guys are going to be putting on. So tell me more about that, Martina. Maybe you could tell me, it's great you're sponsoring the Starbucks. Are you going to hang out there, or where can people find Goodwin and where can they connect with you at the conference?
Yeah, well, first thing in the morning, you can connect with us bright and early after all these fun parties the night before. Everybody will need that coffee.
Yes.
And it's fall. There is what is it?
Pumpkin. Pumpkin everything. I love it. I can't deny it.
We will have a spot, as Troy said. We will have a table, hopefully big enough, where we just need to figure out with Ava and Ava's team how we're going to differentiate and how we're going to make our Goodwin partners visible. but we will be there. Our partners will be there. We'll have branding at Starbucks, and we'll start some conversations, hopefully in that Starbucks line. I know there are a lot of people attending health, so I'm not going to be surprised if there is a long line. So enough time to chat, right?
Well, I think I've done 100 different conferences at that venue, and I've never walked by that Starbucks during a conference and it not have a line.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And we don't only count on morning. You at some point you have that afternoon crush. So we'll be there. Our partners will be there. Obviously, our partners will be attending the conference and the programming. So we're hoping those lanyards will also help. Yeah. But then the most exciting part for me and for Ava, and Ava, maybe you can chat more about how we work together on that, is the programming this year. I was really excited that we got this opportunity. The major way we do business development, and I develop programs and produce programs with our partners to showcase their expertise, because it's really great. They have a pulse on the economy. They have a pulse on the industries that they operate in. As I said, we're in clients' business and we understand it fully. So we're excited to have that program on Wednesday morning where we worked with Troy and his team to really identify what are some of the topics, some of the challenges of the industry and issues that are not being covered by the program, so we can really fill in that gap. So we'll be having our partners. We'll be able to highlight some of our clients who are going to be joining the discussion, because who wants to hear just from the lawyers? You want to hear the actual thing happening and lessons learned. And we'll be covering some financing topics on accessing public markets, exits like M&A exit and so forth. And
having that Starbucks branding opportunity also, as we said, you have a captive audience there. So the team will be leveraging that to try and drive up, registrations and attendance at the panels as well. So it's kind of nice that that's baked in.
Go in hand. Yeah, I think what was so smart with Goodwin was we didn't just look for a branding play. We looked for a more well-rounded sponsorship, right? So we're getting the brand visibility, we're getting the logo out there, right? But then we're also approaching the thought leadership side of it, where you're producing content, but it's problem-solving content. It's showing our attendees, if you're facing X, Y, and Z problems, this is how we've been a solution, a way to help you get to the end point there. And that's really what our shows are about, really, is talking about what's going on, how are people fixing, solving these problems, and then also what's upcoming in the future. And for instance, for Goodwin, it's how can we be a resource to you? So it's just really well-rounded and smart the way we approached this year. But I think it'd be great to talk a little bit more about what the programming sounds like, for this year.
So we're putting together 2 panels. One panel will be focused on accessing public markets. Obviously, the capital markets have been not doing the best, but eventually they will be opening, and all the companies, especially at that growth stage, private companies, are looking to eventually for that exit, to go public, to have that, ring that bell at NASDAQ. And we have experts in our healthcare capital market space. We have great relationships with the investment bankers, and we wanted to bring in some of these investment bankers, like Citi is going to be joining our partner Ben Marsh on the stage. And Ben Marsh is a capital markets expert here at Goodwin. He's done a number of IPOs with healthcare companies, with life sciences companies, tech companies. So they'll be sitting down talking about not only how to go public, but also when to think to go public, strategically how to position yourself, how to get all your ducks in a row to get through the process less painful than what it should be.
Yeah, it's complicated. It needs
yeah.
a lot of good support, but it sounds like he's been through it. He knows it.
He knows it, exactly. And then the second panel is different type of exit, and it's the M&A. And M&A has been fueling the life sciences and healthcare. This year, we at Goodwin have done some of the largest M&A deals this year, and we have experts in that space. So one of our co-chairs of healthcare practice, Chris Wilson, plus another partner and a new partner at Goodwin in our life sciences and healthcare practice, Adam DeLuvio, will be sitting down with a couple of investors yet to be announced. Still, it
sounds just like health. They like to hold the announcement.
That's what we do.
It's not Oprah.
You know the deal. She'll be there though. We do have Oprah.
We might even get her on the stage. Who knows?
She may come by.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Wednesday morning, stay tuned. But that will be another great programming. It is early. It's on Wednesday morning at 8:00. So stop by Starbucks and then head to the programming.
What's nice about it too is even the content that you're focusing on, we've even seen over the last year to 2 years a significant growth in our audience and sponsorship wise too with clients focused around pharma and life science. So life sciences, it was just a nice blend to be bringing more content focused around it as we are debuting even for the first time our pharma zone on the show floor, where there'll be content going on throughout the day focused around pharma and life science. So it's just nice to see as we're evolving as a show, as we're reading the market too, to see that our sponsors are also in the same space and same mindset, especially when sharing thought leadership. So
yeah. It's interesting that, Ava, you're kind of here from the marketing team. You do the client development. A lot of times we don't see that, like the bridging the gap between sales and marketing. We hear that a lot at Sway Health. Like, maybe you could start, Ava, talking about like, how did you come together to kind of support each other's efforts in what you're doing at Health?
It's a great question because this is the first time that we've approached health marketing in this way, where, we're able to be really proactive about it and also intentionally coordinated in our efforts alongside our client development colleagues. Martina looped me in very early on in the process, actually, while she was still ironing out the details of the sponsorship agreement.
Are we doing this right?
Which hadn't happened before, but as a result, my team was afforded, first of all, full context and visibility from the ground up. And then we had the time to develop a proper marketing plan. And to really holistically think about like what is the right mix and cadence, right, of activations to develop unique branding that is very much Goodwin, but also has a clear tie-in with health's branding, so that there's continuity there. And ultimately, what all this is going to do is allow us to kind of deliver the biggest impact possible, and get the most out of the sponsorship. And so, we're running a number of cross-channel activations over a 2.5 months time period. So we have like a nice long lead up to it.
Nice.
Ultimately in the hopes that we'll have the visibility around like our brand just from like a visual perspective, but also get the attendees to come to our panels, which are early, but a great content to be covered.
It's interesting to think about though, right? Because everyone's coming from their rooms and they funnel through past the Starbucks. Like the first branding they see for health is going to be Goodwin, which is why it needs to be on brand for them too, I guess.
Right? And it's like when Troy mentioned it and when he like showed me the picture, the mock-up, I was like, oh my God. This is brilliant, Troy.
Well, it was also so
there is
smart.
a reason his last name is Goodwin.
That's what I said too. It's so funny because every time I'm even on a call, I'm like, all right, well, Goodwin's going to be doing. They're like, wait, the client? Are you talking about yourself? I'm like, it's not me this time, okay?
You're not part of the company yet.
Yeah, right. Well, no, I think it was just the mindset too of
he
these
is
exclusive.
part of the team right now. Sorry, you're one of us.
Yeah, I need some swag. No, that's how I approach, honestly, my relationships with clients too is, I want to be an extension of the team. And I just think it's so smart that you did tie in client development with marketing. And that's really a dream scenario for me because I'm able to really hear the needs from the marketing side, the needs from the sales lead gen client development side. And I think when a company can take that approach holistically, it's really going to get the most out of an event and really kind of check all those boxes you're looking to do. So
Yeah. So what would you say is the thing you're most looking forward to at Health? Besides Oprah, we all want to see Oprah. Okay. Besides Oprah, what do you want to see?
Finally attend.
oh yes,
I have never been,
I
so
forgot.
this is going to be my first time. I hear all about this speakers, the concert is probably the last
we've got some good announcements coming out in the next
we're
week
waiting
or
on
so
it to
too.
it dries. It's a beautiful
I
club.
heard so much about it. There's energy, there's buzz. It's going to be exciting to be part of it all, and then jokes aside, like I'm one of the folks that loves to talk to people. So those just random conversations in between the sessions, and at Starbucks line, which apparently I'm going to be spending a lot of time at Starbucks.
You will be.
I'm going to be very caffeinated, and I'm not drinking coffee.
It's an activation
Thank
for
God
next
they
year,
have
maybe.
matcha latte.
Put a little logo on that.
That's awesome. I love
but excited to be part of it and to see what's happening. And then my favorite part is going to be like really seeing it, experiencing it, and already thinking about creative ways of what to do next year. I don't like repeating the same stuff. So
Oh yeah,
we'll talk.
We'll be brainstorming. Don't worry.
It's amazing how many people in marketing often plan all the work, plan all the effort, the sponsorship,
And then they
don't
don't
even get to enjoy it. So that's great that you'll be there. Troy, anything you done? What are you most looking forward to in Health 2025?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'd say the number one thing every year is we're all working remotely. We're always on Zoom talking, and I'm really listening, learning about all of my clients, and they're putting a lot on the line, right? When they're coming to an event like Health and really showing up. So like for me, it's one, getting to see people in person, actually connect, because it's like we've talked how many times on Zoom and we actually haven't got to meet, so it's just great to really connect with people. And then just seeing all kind of the ideas and all of the work come to fruition, right? Yeah. You kind of have that moment where you just stand back and you go, wow, we did this, and it's a really nice moment. And candidly, getting our whole health team together. We're all around the world. We've got our Health Europe team. We've got people remote. Our office is headquartered in New York, but we're all around the world, and getting us all together and kind of having that moment of like, this was a success. It's always a great time. Yeah.
No, I think that's awesome. I always say that the best thing of any conference is the people, and Health has some amazing people and amazing opportunities to connect with those people, whether it's through your activations, through your speaking, on the show floor, at sessions. It really is a great time. So thanks so much to each of you for taking time to talk with us and share about your experience sponsoring Health. And thanks everyone for watching and listening. If you want to find more great healthcare marketing content like this, be sure to check it out at sway.health. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.